My name is Christian Stallnecker. I'm a songwriter here in Nashville, Tennessee. I've been in music my whole life. My dad's been in music his whole life, and recently he started a show called Community Renovation, where he's building homes across the country, trying to help people.
Hi, my name is Lauren Stallnecker. I'm a musician, grew up in gospel music, and then turned into a contemporary Christian musician. Then I toured a concert for kids about stopping violence in the schools, and made a movie of the tour that won 32 film awards. So as a result, film was something that I saw the power of. I created a show called Community Renovation, where we took a house and rehabbed it and turned it into a place where people could come for a donation.
Hey bro, how far are you out?
I've got some ideas for season 2, so I've called him up to Nashville to see what he thinks.
I think I'm pulling into this industrial park, dude.
Perfect. I'll come on and get you.
All right. And I'm here to meet my son, Christian, in the studio. Christian!
What up?
What up, son?
You made it.
I made it. Wow, good to see you.
Hey, good to be seen, bro.
I love this live room, man.
Isn't it dope? It's Nashville, baby. You know how it is.
You can have some serious players in here.
Well, I've been burning the candle at both ends. Well, we'll go check out the control room.
I love it. I love it. Let's do it.
It takes a village of helping hands. It takes a people who understand. We can make a difference across the nation with community renovation.
Wow, I like this console, man.
Right?
It's a great studio.
Yeah. So,
Son.
man, I'm good, man. Just been working. Really making some moves here in Nashville.
You've been making some big music, too.
Yeah. I mean, it feels good. Feels good. Things are right.
That Thank God with Kane Brown,
Yeah.
I saw it went platinum.
Yeah. It was a great record. Bunch of great writers we're working on up here. Great artists. Anyway, how was your drive, bro?
Great drive. And you know, there's something about coming through Atlanta that you're just going to hit traffic and you just go, okay,
Yeah.
let's hit some traffic.
Well, listen, I don't want to spoil what I wanted to tell you, but I felt like it was worth more than over the phone. I wanted you to come up, see me. We hadn't seen each other in a minute. I know you've been killing it with the community renovation thing. I know that building the house down there in Florida and renovating that community, and, you know, you have this heart for people. I don't know, you always have. I grew up on a tour bus with you. You've always had a heart for people, you know, from Christian music and me being a third generation musician with you guys. I know that COVID hit the country crazy, and I know that you've been wondering what your next move was going to be on community renovation. And I'm up here doing these records, you know, watching you vicariously, you know what I'm saying, seeing what you're doing and killing the game. And I just thought, I mean, what has our family always done? I get it. We've helped people. But how have we helped people? It's been through music. That's why I wanted you to meet me at the studio. I wanted to say it here. You know, I mean, our family, you and I, are most comfortable in a studio.
We are.
So just coming and breaking some news to you up here and seeing what you would think, I just felt like it would get you out of whatever mindset you would have been in when I called you.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just sit here and talk about it. And I think that since you don't have a house planned for season 2 of community renovation, that what if we build a studio in Nashville and I bring out some of my friends that are big #1 writers here in Nashville to do a philanthropic album about some of the struggles that, you know, our society is going through as a whole. I mean, we're so divided as a country right now and as a people. And I know you're bringing people together in communities, and that's the community renovation thing. And I know that you're helping certain neighborhoods, but what if we help the neighborhood of America? What if we help the hearts and the minds of people across the country that are dealing with the same issues? You know what I'm saying? Just love and hatred and seeing each other in the same light. So what if community renovation is renovating the community of America through music? This is what we came from. This is what you raised me into. This is what I've been doing successfully. Plus, I've never produced an album for my dad. It's true. I've watched you produce your own albums, sing other people's songs.
And I've watched you produce a lot of people.
I have, and I've been being an artist. I mean,
And I've always liked your production better than any production. I'm a little rose-colored glasses about it. But I think, that because you're my son, you really come off musically in a way that, has gone to the next level of what I would probably do if I'd spent the years producing you've had.
yeah.
You
Well, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my years as an artist, but being able to hang out with so many other people and write songs and help them with their creation has fulfilled me in a way that my artistry never did. I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved everything I did. I loved the tours I was on and
Well, they have
the pop stuff.
They have a tour at 18 years of age going on tour with Christina Aguilera and Destiny's Child, and opening with 35 to 50,000 people every night.
I've been blessed, but that was the beginning of my journey. And that's kind of how I feel about this community renovation thing. It's like, it goes to the next level. And I mean, I think you get back to a house for sure. I think you get back to helping another community. But I just feel like the universe kind of pushed us into going back to the drawing board.
The one thing you're saying that I really
this is my drawing board,
Yeah, the one thing I like is that studios like this cost crazy money.
Yeah.
And with the advent of the new technology, we could build a studio where a lot of the hours that are needed to make a great record
is writing, though. Yeah.
Could be done in that studio.
Yeah.
And you would pay for it if you times over.
Listen, don't get me wrong. We're not building this level of
No.
I'm just saying, let's build something where some of my boys who are top writers here in Nashville, let's do it in Nashville. I mean, because that's kind of a hub. It's where real songwriting goes down and real stories are told. And community renovation needs some real stories, needs some real substance when it comes to the lyrics. So these are the guys, and I've got a dozen guys on my phone to pick from that I think will be great for this project. But I need to create an environment where they can come in, because like they've always said, and like you've heard before too, it ain't the gear, it's the ear.
That's right.
So, I mean, if we just put a chill environment together where everybody can come, play guitar, write a song, understand where we're coming from. Once we get them on the level of like, we're trying to really help humanity. We're trying to
imagine writing some songs about some of the issues that our world is dealing with.
Yeah.
What we need to do in our country is start building back on love.
Yeah. Back on love. That's the strongest foundation. And the thing is that everything turns into a song for me anyway. Turns into a song for you. Anyway, not to continue to sales pitch you on that, but what if we do a studio and we do a TV show around building the studio instead of just a TV show around building the houses? And then maybe, I'm sure it'll transform into filming us doing the album, because it's not just about building a studio, it's about building an album.
The record is bigger than the house.
Right.
It's bigger than anything else.
Yeah.
It's bigger than anything else.
Well, it'll live
because
forever.
it lives forever.
Yeah.
And it can go all over the world.
Yeah. I mean, I see people get touched. Hundreds of thousands of people are touched by a song. Call in or write in and say, you changed my life, or you changed the way I thought of things, or the song that I recently had come out with Kane Brown, the Thank God song. How many people needed to just be singing or humming along to a song that they thank God for their spouse?
Yeah. What blew me away was I was watching social media, and in his concert, he pulls the mic out to the audience.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's 30,000 people were singing the chorus.
Yeah. So that's renovating a community. Not to keep bringing it back to
What?
oh, pun intended, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we're renovating the community of people.
Yeah.
And I just think that lives forever. It lives further than an address of a home.
Absolutely.
And you haven't done an album in probably 20, 30 years.
20 years.
20 years. Back then, you were doing 500,000 kids a year. You were doing school tours. You were giving back to the community even at that point. Back then, you were doing 500,000 kids a year. You were doing school tours. You were giving back to the community even at that point. And then I get that, you know, Wells Fargo and all these companies came on board to help you do a TV show and build houses and continue to give back to the community like that. But hey, maybe there's a pause. We can go back to, you know, season 3 and you're doing a cool house again. But they need to see, even your sponsors and stuff need to see the guy who was before they knew him as a guy building a house. And, you know, you were building communities in school systems. Thousands and thousands of kids were getting bussed out as a school field trip for you to do a show. I just think I can get the guys in Nashville that do this for all the big, you know, the big artists, and you deserve a great record. I mean, the light is not stopped shining on the stage for you. And
I would enjoy it.
yeah, I think it'd be dope.
I would enjoy it. And it would be an opportunity to just get back to the roots of what I've always done. And I can't even imagine doing a record with your writers and your production, because all the records I did on my own, you know, and
Right. Well,
imagine having #1 writers on your record.
yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun for me. You're my dad. I've never done that. And it's kind of like giving back to what gave me the talent anyway. So that's cool. But anyway, not to get too sappy. The point is, do you think that your home community renovation sponsors would be down to do a studio instead of a house?
Well, let me tell you what's so interesting. We had the first house from season 1, sponsored, and then COVID hit. And during COVID, we turned it into 8 episodes of a show.
That's what I'm.
The whole world put a stop
Right.
on
Everything.
a foreclosure.
Well,
Can't foreclose on a
nobody's
house.
going to work.
Nobody can do a loan or anything. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so it kind of threw a wrench in the gear, you know, big time. But here's what's interesting. A lot of the sponsors said, when you figure out what you want to do, let us know.
Yeah.
Even though banks and institutions can't do anything about foreclosing on a house.
Right.
We might want to do something from the ground floor,
Yeah.
you know, but I still think the record is more important than the house.
No, 100%. But I'm just saying, with everything going up in the air, you know, music never stops. If you're going through the best times of your life, you're listening to music. If you're going through the worst times in your life, you're listening to music.
Right.
You know, I mean, it brings people up, it calms people down. I mean, we know what music does. And so I know that the music would be a good idea. I'm just saying, do you feel like the sponsors would be down
I think the
to
sponsors
building a
would be down.
studio?
And I actually think that if you did a studio where anything nonprofit, like special message driven songs or somebody learning more about recording or whatever, if you had any kind of a place where that kind of a studio existed, I think you personally would have a real hard time keeping the whole doors not from flying off the hinges.
Right.
Because so many people are going to want to see it and be in there and do something.
Yeah.
And I think that is a really, you got to limit it to some degree, but I think that's also a great thing.
Yeah. I mean, anytime we can help people with a project or, a mission,
Yeah.
just-
Developing artists,
Yeah.
kids that, there's just so many people that want to get into this industry.
yeah.
And they don't know how. The real how is to work with cats like you.
Well, don't put my billboard up or anything. This is just
Right.
me for you right now with this mission. But the point is I know what I need to make it happen. I know the writers, the kind of guys that I hang out with. We need a cool spot that's dedicated, and the focus is about you. The focus is about the project.
Wow, that's unbelievably courageous of you to do, and thank you for.
I just feel like it made sense, bro. I was in here working. It was like a light literally went on. I know the old cartoon with the light, and I know you went back to do this thing, but it's like, okay, it kind of started, it stopped. When the car runs out of gas, you kind of just got to look around and go, okay, where am I at? What am I going to do? And I'm not saying that your car ran out of gas on community renovation, but the car ran out of gas on the country.
It did. And you know what I would love to do is go play some free shows, like in some summer festivals or in a park, or where a bunch of people are down by the beach in an amphitheater.
Yeah.
And do some shows where we actually had this kind of music, message-driven songs,
Yeah,
speaking to the community
that's what I'm saying.
about the issues that we're all dealing with.
Well, I think you've always done that. You've been doing shows. You've done events. So if I just give you a new product to do that with, I think you'd be off to the races with it.
Everybody has their desire to do something that was really successful in their life. The most successful time I've ever had in my life was when I did a big tour.
Tom Smith, the president of Food Lion, I mean, rest his soul.
He passed away.
Yeah, he passed away.
What a
recently.
great man.
Yeah, but he had a heart for the people. He got on your tip, and y'all did shows all through my teen years, and I got to see the suicide prevention, the stuff you did with DARE, the stuff you did with just helping people find counselors that were from broken homes. I mean, you've been renovating communities through music.
You know what's crazy about Nashville is back when we did the tour in the schools, they actually put the songs that we were doing for the tour on a CD for a program they had called GREAT, and it was gang resistance, education, and training
Right.
was what GREAT meant.
Right.
And they filled up one of the stadiums here in town with kids.
Yeah.
And we came in and played, I guess it was 30,000 kids.
Yeah.
Hard to believe that we did that in probably, 50 major cities all over the United States.
In the late 90s.
And we ended up booking another 50. We did a 100-city tour and released a movie of the tour in Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Which back then, that was the only place you could get a movie.
Yeah. And it won a bunch of film festival awards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, bro. I don't even realize. I'm sure I'm going to wake up a few more times and go, wow, that it really works out in so many more ways than we even thought. Like before we just decided, hey, let's just do this, It's just some full circle stuff,
Yeah, it is.
And I think it would work. And you must have already known I was thinking of something up my sleeve, because you feel like you're going with this.
No, I just said Christian doesn't ever call me like this.
Yeah.
But I had seen the success that you had come into in this town with the Kane Brown, Thank God, and was it Chris Young?
Yeah, Chris Young stuff.
You got cut after cut after cut.
Yeah, we got some good stuff coming.
And the stuff that's getting ready to come out, I can't believe.
Yeah.
It's going to be even bigger.
Well, and regardless, I mean, I'm just writing songs with great people, and we're getting on great projects, and this could be a great project, bro.
There's one question that's up in the air for me.
Yeah.
And you know that I love playing music. I love playing guitar, keyboards.
Yeah, you play everything in the room. That's why I never played much.
Right. But I'm not anywhere near these cats.
Oh, yeah.
Nashville's got the world's greatest players.
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah.
I mean, they play.
Yeah.
Have we got some guys that we can get for that?
Bro, I am not going to tell you that the surprises I have up my sleeve for you, for this album, for this show, and for your son finally doing an album for you, wait till you see the writers and the players that I want to do this with.
I'm excited.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Let's do it.
I'm in.
Let's renovate.
Takes a village of helping hands. It takes a people who understand.